excited to present you the king of cars. Yes, ഞാൻ ഇന്ന് രാജാവിനെയാണ് പരിചയപ്പെടുത്താൻ പോകുന്നത്. The ultimate king of cars, Rolls-Royce. ഇന്ന് നമ്മൾ സംസാരിക്കാൻ പോകുന്നത് റോൾസ് റോയ്സിൻ്റെ ഫാൻറ്റം മോഡലിൻ്റെ ലൈംലൈറ്റ് എഡിഷനെ പറ്റിയിട്ടാണ്. ഇതൊരു ഓർഡിനറി കാറല്ല. ആസ് വി ഓൾ നോ ദാറ്റ് റോൾസ് റോയ്സ് ജനറലി ഹാസ് എ ലോട്ട് ഓഫ് സ്പെസിഫിക്കേഷൻ ആൻഡ് ഫീച്ചർ, ബട്ട് ദിസ് പർട്ടിക്കുലർ എഡിഷൻ ഹാസ് ക്വൈറ്റ് എ ലോട്ട് മോർ. സോ ലെറ്റ്സ് ഹിയർ ഇറ്റ് ഫ്രം ദി എക്സ്പെർട്ട്, മിസ്റ്റർ Thomas Knox.
Pleasure to meet you.
This is Thomas Knox. He is the sales executive of the Elite Cars. So Thomas is here to explain to us about this beauty. So Thomas, can you just give us a small brief of Rolls-Royce and its heritage?
Definitely, it'll be my pleasure. Rolls-Royce has been a staple in the luxury automotive industry for more than 110 years now.
Oh, that's long.
So they have been firmly planted within luxury cars for more than a decade. In the early 2000s, 2003, exactly January 1st, there was a higher demand for a different luxury car.
Okay.
That's when the Limelight edition was released from Rolls-Royce in Goodwood, England. So particularly the difference is what they've done on this car, set it at a higher standard for a more elite category of people.
So this Limelight edition, like all the three models, all their models fall in this, or else it's only one particular model that has this kind of Limelight edition? How is it?
There's only one particular model, and that is the Phantom.
Oh, okay.
And since 2003 was the first one that was launched.
Okay, and so this is like one of the 25 which we have with
That's
us
correct.
now.
So we're very lucky to be here with this car.
Only ലോകത്തിൽ വെച്ചിട്ട് 25 cars ഉള്ളൂ, and this is like one of it which we are standing with. So that's like, I feel really honored now.
Definitely. Particularly these cars were entirely hand built.
Okay.
It takes just about 2 months to be assembled. They're fully aluminum bodies.
Okay.
And the painting procedure, like on a regular car, you would have 2 layers of paint and 1 layer of clear coat. They do 5 layers of paint and 5 layers of clear coat on these particular cars.
Okay.
So the finish,
Detailing is like that.
exactly,
rich.
it's that much higher than what you would find in a regular car.
I've heard like these the specifications, it can be customized for each customer, right?
Exactly.
And I've heard like Phantom Limelight edition has got like 44,000 option of colors. Is that
exactly.
true?
From the exterior to interior to trim finish, you're looking at 44,000 different options.
44,000 different option is only for the exterior, and interior leather can be like any choice.
Any choice
as per the customer's will, right?
Of course, there are the set matchings for the exterior, interior.
Yeah, it should coordinate.
That should be the same.
Yes, yes.
But basically, anything you want to do, you can do on it.
Okay, okay. And just to throw a light on like what's Phantom and what's Limelight edition, like how does Phantom stand different from other models of Rolls-Royce?
The Phantom is the highest grade, in Rolls-Royce.
It's regarded the highest.
Yeah, it's considered the top.
Okay.
And then we're looking at, probably
Even
the
more Uber
godfather
version
of the top, right? So you're looking at the king of kings when you're looking at the Limelight. It was really a prestigious car that was made for really the elite of today. So people like the Queen of England, she's driving around in one of these. And that's pretty much why the car was made. There was particular interests to have a little bit more when it comes along the lines.
Niche over all the socioeconomic groups.
Yeah.
Just the exterior, what is like any particular special feature which is like top notch? So can you just
particularly some of the top-notch features on the car is the badge on the front, the statue.
Is there some story behind this? It's called as Spirit of Ecstasy or something.
Exactly,
right?
the Spirit of Ecstasy.
Any other special features in the whole?
Some of the other special features will lie in the headlights here. These are self-adjusting, auto-leveling headlights. So as you're taking turns, as you're going up and down hills, such as these things, the lights will adjust accordingly as you're driving. So that's pretty high-tech technology for its day.
extended wheelbase model. Basically, this is longer than all the other Rolls-Royce models. Where Rolls-Royce models which compare cheyumbo, this measures up to 6.1 meters, which is much more longer and massive than the other models. ഇതിൻ്റെ പ്രത്യേകത എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ, like as you all know, that Rolls-Royce is known for its intricacy. It takes 2 months to almost build one of such model, and that too all are handmade. If you see the finishing of this car, it's so deep and rich that 5 layers of paint and lacquer goes into this. And if you, as you know, that it's customized, and if you order for a 2-tone, it goes up to 7 layers of paint and lacquer. Rolls-Royce has a very special feature in its wheels. This wheel is a 21-inch alloy wheel, and the signature feature is its RR on this wheels. ഇതിൻ്റെ പ്രത്യേകത എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് വെച്ചാൽ it stays constant. If the wheel keeps moving also, it just remains constant. They have made sure that this is a signature look in all of their models. As you can see, this white and silver line detailing and this edge in the body, this is totally customized in Rolls-Royce. If you want, you can keep it or you can omit it. And this is made of aluminium stage frame and with a red hinge door, coach door, which Rolls-Royce likes to call it as suicide door. ഇതൊരു പക്ഷേ ഭയങ്കര ഒരു റോയൽ ഫീച്ചറാണ് ഈ പെർട്ടിക്കുലർ ലൈക്ക് ഇൻ ഓൾ റോൾസ് റോയ്സ് മോഡൽ യു ഹാവ് എ കോച്ച് ഡോർ വിച്ച് ഇസ് എ വെരി വെരി റോയൽ ഭയങ്കര രാജകീയമായ ലുക്ക് കൊടുക്കും ഈ വണ്ടികൾക്ക്. Probably that is why Queen Elizabeth owns one of these. Now I'm going to explain you about the coach door, or rather you call it the suicide door by Rolls-Royce. This door is like super cool because you've got a small tiny dressing room inside this. You have a small room for perfume. So basically these are like perfume bottles. You can have customized perfumes inside. And then you have space for watch or any of your jewelry which you can keep. They've given a small space for your sunglasses. Like, you know, you name it, everything is there. It's a small dressing unit out here. And then if I get into the intricacy of the detailing, they've given such minute embroideries on this one. And it adds on to the feature of how much time they take in making one particular model. They take so much of time and intricacy in doing things. Another very super cool feature is this, you know, this curtain. It's automated. It's mottham automated. This is for your privacy. Like if you're traveling and you have broad sunlight, it cuts off complete light and then you will have your own privacy with this. Pinne, if I talk about the speakers, it's got 15 speakers inside this car. Can you believe it's got 15 speakers? Applane namukku manasilakan pettum how the whole music effect will be like. It is out of the world. We'll definitely try it out. And another one of the most super cool feature which I feel very very unique feature is you've got an umbrella. You've got an umbrella inside the car. And this is from Rolls-Royce. It's a Teflon coating umbrella. So basically, you know that Rolls-Royce is a very British car, and this is for very unpredictable British weather because you never know epla mara veya mononu. So they've even provided an umbrella inside this car. This is like really cool feature. And then, if you get along to tell, if I have to talk about the leather, they have like 15 to 18 layers of leather, and this is called as alpine leather. It's a very premium quality leather. As per like what I've heard and I've read, that they use only bull leather because that is considered as most premium. So this is a kind of detailing that goes into one particular model of car. So Thomas, can you just explain us about the engine? I'm sure there's a lot more to this engine than any other engine in the whole world.
Of course, I'd love to. So we're looking at a V12, 6.75 liter, 453 horsepower, with 531 foot-pounds of torque. Now, you're looking at an approximate 531 miles of cruising on 26 gallons of fuel. In this particular engine. So it's actually accomplishing quite a feat for the size of the engine that it is.
And like last time we had actually done in Aventador, and that also had, I know that's a sports model and this is a very luxury model, but you know, I'm just kind of inquisitive to know that what's the difference between that engine, that was also a V12, this is also a V12, so what would be the difference between, you know, that
the
engine
biggest
and
difference what you're going to see will be in the way the gears are set up in the transmission. An Aventador is meant for going very quickly, very fast, at a very rapid pace. Whereas the Phantom is meant to very gradually take you to a high speed. With the 8-speed transmission that's in this car, the transition through the speeds is quite smooth.
It's very smooth.
Exactly.
It's for a very gentle drive.
Exactly. You can sleep while you're going extremely fast.
you can see, the Rolls-Royce Phantom Limelight is a massive car. So is its boot space. The boot space is also pretty big and measures up to 460 liters. It can easily fit in a complete Louis Vuitton luggage. So finally, here we are in the interior of Rolls-Royce Phantom Limelight, and this is one place that everybody wants to get in and explore. So let's explore this monster with Thomas.
My pleasure. Particularly in this car, you'll find all the features that you'll find in a regular car, such as the climate control system, the stereo, the navigation, but some of the little bit further features that have gone in is the finishings, all the chrome finishings around everything, the completely wood trim finish, that's a real wood trim.
They say that this is solid wood, right?
That's correct,
Heard about it, yeah.
And there's some safety features that have been put into the car as well. There's a particular feature when driving in traffic, the camera system in the front of the car can pick up the distance and the kilometers of driving between the cars. So it can actually decelerate and accelerate to follow and match the traffic in front of it.
Oh my god, so basically it adjusts the whole engine and the steering and everything according to the calculations given by the camera?
Exactly.
Oh,
so it can read the distance and the speed. Yeah, it reads the distance and the speed of the car in front of it. Okay. Another feature that comes in this car is called steering assist.
Okay.
So basically, not all roads are straight, and when you come over a bump on one side of the road, your steering wheel tends to turn and you'll veer off into the following lane. In this particular car, the steering wheel will adjust on its own to keep you driving in a straight line.
Oh, that's
So
a really nice feature.
you can basically sit back and read a book while you're driving, and it'll
and you can
steer.
take off your hand from the steering and
it'll
it just steer according to the whole road condition. That's really nice.
Exactly.
Okay. And even I feel the steering wheel, they've just made sure that the whole the antique tradition design is like in every element of the car.
Definitely.
If I see this steering wheel, it looks like a very antique British
car.
with
the size is very small in comparison to steering wheels we see of today.
And then the gears on the steering itself.
Yeah, and the gear is like the old style gear shift.
Yes. And
still with a lot of the modern touches of today, such as Bluetooth and the navigation controls directly on the steering wheel. So we haven't lost sight of what we're...
Here, this car has got the iDrive system, right, by BMW?
That's correct. It does have the iDrive system.
That's the iDrive?
So the iDrive system is displayed in the center console, which is hidden behind the clock radio.
Okay.
Right. So then,
and all the features of navigation, Bluetooth, and radio, everything.
Everything can be displayed directly here in front of you, and everything can be controlled by either the wheel here in the center, or again on the steering wheel itself.
Okay.
So you have these options to choose from, whether you want to use your hand to operate or you want to use your hands on the steering wheel and operate directly from there.
And even this whole system, you have it at the rear also, right?
That's correct.
This control system?
Yes.
That's a special feature of this car, right?
Of course.
Okay.
With the beautiful chrome finishings around it and the fully adjustable wheel in the center with joystick abilities. Okay. So if you were to take a look, you can see we have our full settings, vehicle information, applications, the office, the navigation, telephone, radio, and CD media.
Okay, so you have everything in there.
Everything is right at the touch of a finger.
So all the controls have been concealed in this particular cabin, right?
Definitely. One of the things that Rolls-Royce likes to keep is an elegant finish and look. So instead of having switches all over the place, there are covers to hide everything in there. So in here, what kind of looks like you know, what you would think as a modern day video game is actually the full-on controls of the rear cabin as well as the front. So we have joysticks for the adjustments of the seats. That will be frontwards, backwards, up and down, the backrest itself, and the seat memories. So you have 2 separate memories for both side seats. Also here in the middle, we've got the side curtain blinders for the rear cabin. So if we were to hold those guys down, it can open and close the curtains in the back.
Okay, okay. And
inside this one here, we've got the phone charger and the USB auxiliary and 120 12-volt
they've actually
charger.
kept separate openings for keeping your mobile inside.
Yeah, for everything.
Yeah, this is very elegant.
Yeah, and nicely concealed with these beautiful covers as well.
So finally we arrive at the back seat, and this is where you need to enjoy this car. This is where you actually experience luxury. So let's know more features about what goes into the back seat. Okay, Thomas.
Definitely,
Off to you.
there is some pretty serious luxury features back here. We'll start with the leather itself. The leather is an Alpine bull's leather, which is the highest quality and premium. Over 15 to 18 layers of leather were used throughout this car to give it that complete premium plush feel.
Yes, you can actually feel it.
Yeah.
And how about the handrests? I mean, what's actually, as you can see, something or the other is concealed under this.
Every single step of the way, there's something that's hidden.
Yeah.
The first one we'll look at is similar to the one that we had in the front. So it's a control for the backrests, the footrest and calf rests in this car. So essentially the backrest can be reclined to 27 degrees, and then you would elevate the calf rest to 68 degrees, and the floor itself raises to 30 degrees. So you can put yourself at almost a completely reclined comfortable position to relax in between board meetings and what have you.
It's almost like, you know, sleeping on your bed with full comfort.
Exactly.
So that's the controls basically from here, right?
Yeah, definitely. And then of course you have your chiller.
Oh, this I would say this is like the most premium feature, where you have a chiller inside the car.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think these are
there is an additional 2 cabinets.
Okay, this is for keeping the glasses.
And wine glasses
you
as well.
You usually get it, the Rolls-Royce come with 2 or 3 champagne glasses and the whiskey glasses. So that's also an add-on feature to it.
That's right.
And how about now? This is something which makes me feel like a celebrity.
This is probably...
I mean, as soon as I just look up and it's like all starlit.
This is probably one of the nicest features in the Limelight Phantom, was known as the Celestial Phantom. Okay, so this is over 1,000 hand-woven fiber optic lights, which is
so it's like literally hand woven, all of this?
They're all hand woven, and what it is it's representing a starlit sky. We can't put aside the fact that we do have 2 TVs directly in front of each passenger here with full controls. So you can sit back, you know, browse the internet, watch movies, go through whatever you may need to.
It's the same iDrive which we saw on the front.
Same iDrive, the same system.
Reflects on both the sides.
Exactly.
Okay. And you
one module to control both TVs.
feels royal. Trust me, everybody has to have once at least such an experience in life.
The Elite Cars was born in 2013. We quickly grew to becoming one of the leading brands across the UAE in providing iconic luxury, from sports cars such as Lamborghinis, Ferraris, to iconic brands such as Rolls-Royce. You've seen the Phantom today. We pride ourselves on professionalism. We deliver outstanding customer service and the most competitive prices within the market. Although that's a ruthless statement to say, I firmly stand by that. And the company is proudly the owner of 7 other brands within its portfolio and growing internationally as we.
you.